Let me see that smile, man. And we are live. Hey guys, welcome everybody. This is Nicholas Live, and with us is a special guest, Dimitro Budorin, the founder and CEO of HACKEN. The website is hacken.io, and they're currently having an ICO. Now, this is going to be a very interesting cryptocurrency, basically a dedicated cryptocurrency for security and vulnerability testing for white hat hackers. Now, Dimitri, do you want to give us a quick rundown for the new people here?
Yeah, hi. Thank you very much for this interview. It's an honor for me to talk with you, and hopefully I will give clearance on what is our project, and people will understand and spread the word about us. Hi, everyone.
It is a very amazing project, and actually, I'm actually very happy for this interview as well because there is just so many amazing questions we get in this interview, and it just helps me get a better understanding of the plot project itself as well. Now, you guys can start posting the questions right away. It's gonna be 2 questions per person, and the best question in the live chat will get a 300 hacken, which is like $300. And after the ICO ends, probably gonna be a lot more money.
Yeah. With Hackens, we say that it's also a utility token, and you can pay for your cybersecurity with our company.
Okay. And what's the current product status right now?
So we have done the offline bug bounty platform, which we were using while 30 hackers around the world came to Ukraine, and we have tested 4 companies and 10 products. So basically, we got the assurance that it's working well for the hacker, that he's able to put his reports and they are properly proceeded, and it worked good for the company. And right now we're finishing the platform on the language, and we're gonna put it online. I think by the end of November, somewhere there.
Okay. And do you want to just give us a quick rundown for the people who are not very good with technology? What's the benefit of having white hat hackers, and what's their role in society? And is there what's the difference between the black hat hackers, the white hat hackers, and why security is so important? First of all.
Okay, so hackers, they are people, with this special force that they can penetrate the systems and get, data that you think that is protected, but actually not. For instance, I think everybody has watched the Black Mirror and saw that movies series when guys were getting into the camera. So, for example, I have always this thing on my laptop, when I scotch it and nobody can see me.
Oh, the cover for the actual camera. That's really smart.
Yeah, I recommend to everyone to use it as well. But yeah, so there are such people, but some people use this superpower to do bad things, and some are working for the society. So there is a difference between a white hat hacker, let's say black hacker, and the gray one. That's the white ones. They they penetrate the systems, and with the mutual agreement with the client. So then they report the found vulnerabilities and bugs, and they get rewarded for it. The gray ones, let's say, they penetrate without a permission, but if then they go to the client, and most of the times they don't agree on the price, and but in any case, the gray ones don't put it for sale and don't use it for the financial benefits. And the third thing is the black hats that penetrate without permission, and then they use it to get
personal gain.
To get some, again, personal gain, or they put it on the black market and sell it.
Oh wow, okay. So I mean, security is very important in this modern age, where especially in the age of many ICOs, and I personally look at tens of ICOs per week, and you just hear all these horror stories of all this money being hacked from a company who's been working very hard to raise all this money, and security is just so important, especially in this booming crypto age. And I personally have like lots of problems with those like very very small time hackers who just try to like do a phishing scams and steal money from Slack groups. But like these are like not even the serious guys. The serious guys go after millions, and that's where it's really important to have top notch security, especially. And if you're planning to have like a $30 million ICO. So what this platform does, and which I really really like, is it provides basically a nice meeting place where all those good white hat hackers which are going to come to one place and be able to assist companies who want to have make sure the security is top notch, right?
Yeah, exactly. Our mission of our company is, to ease the pain of developers and product owners as well as investors, and give them a solution when they will get good assurance that they have a proper cybersecurity in place. So instead of like these bug bounty platforms, they actually they compete with the traditional penetration testing companies, which are more slow. The less people work in project, and usually even more expensive. So yeah, we propose to the clients, to investors, like to have a must pre-final release stage to run the bug bounty. It will take them around one week or less, like with all the this bureaucracy documents and stuff. But they will get much better security assurance. And we promote this mindset.
Yeah, you want to be very very safe and not sorry. And what was the most recent example of hacking? Do you remember any?
Uh, the like I usually say about our first experience when we decided to run the ICO. So there was a parity hack that a lot of people are aware of. That some of the there were a mistake in the code when hackers were able to withdraw money from the wallets, and actually the news about this bug uh, went to the public very very quickly, and our specialists, our friends, they have immediately reacted, and they have get this use this bug and have withdraw the money to their accounts in order that the black ones don't steal it. And then when the bug was fixed, the guys have returned this money. So we are
Wow.
receiving, yeah, we are receiving right now, people whose money were saved. We are receiving like good feedback, and yeah, this is a small example of how white hat hackers work.
And you basically came in and saved the day. Wow. I mean, it's
Yeah,
scary stuff.
that was in July, in the beginning of July, and that was the time when we actually like decided we have to do something.
Okay. Well, I'm very glad you come to conclusion that ICO is the best way to go forward, and I definitely think this is a very smart decision on your behalf. Now we can go ahead and start with some questions. There's lots of questions already lining up, and I see Jay Taylor wants to know first of all, what's the difference between a Hacken and a QuantStamp? I'm guessing that's another type of platform. You know more?
Sure, of course. So QuantStamp, they are working on the unified scanner to audit the smart contracts.
Okay.
Basically, they are concentrated only on Solidity language, Solidity programming language, and they are not providing the actual bug bounty for the product and for the for other smart contracts that are written on the other languages. Actually, we do also provide the bug bounty for the smart contracts, and in Ukraine there are a lot of specialists who are we involved in it, and we actually our main goal, is also to create the scanner who will be unified. There is very interesting products that didn't go through ICO, for example, bug bounty platform is Synec. We are kind of partners with them, and they have amazing tool. They are analyzing the work of the white hats that are working on there is a tool that analyzes the work of the white hats and remembers what they did, and then the scanner, like a machine learning program, it's growing their database in order to do the proper and better bug hunting next time. So, QuantStamp is quite limited, and from my personal view, Solidity language will not last for long, but I'm sure they have a great team and they will adapt for any other changes that will be in future.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely do understand the difference. So basically, you're just taking a wider approach. We're just providing a one-stop place for all the bugs, basically. Okay. And
Yeah, there is we because we have like a community, all ranges of people, all kind of people that actually work not only in smart contracts. They are doing the mobile applications review, desktop applications review, EOS, Microsoft. So it's more spread community.
wow. So basically, like any type of like technological device, like anything, any application you make, like a smartphone or just anything in general, can come to this one platform and just get their securities out of the way.
Yeah. The community is quite big. We have proven our community during our CTF challenge that we organize third year. This is like it's called Capture the Flag, but in fact it's the stage of White Hat and Championship. And
Okay.
this year we organized it for and 1,300 teams were participating,
How many?
and the task 1,300 teams, and
Wow.
it's usually about 4 to 6 people in the team, and so basically this is our community, and the winners of our stage we have brought to Ukraine, and that was part of our HACKEN Cup conference when 30 best hacks all around the world, so USA, France, Ireland, Pakistan, India, Arabic Emirates, Germany, Ireland, and other countries, Iraq, Iran, came to Ukraine, and we started, this. We did the bug bounty. We talked with the Ukrainian startups that are doing cybersecurity defense, and in the end, we did a brainstorming event how we can make the best bug bounty platform for the global market.
That's pretty cool. So basically, if I get this straight, so around 6 people per team times 1,300 teams. That's almost 10,000 people right there from that one conference. That's amazing. So basically, you already have this community of bug finders who can get all the security out of the way. Right now, you just want to provide a platform to the people who need the security, right?
Yeah, and we also, we promote in Ukraine here. We face a lot of cybersecurity issues, and like our IT engineers are quite valuable at the market, and it's like a lot of bright guys, and we promote cybersecurity, and we also like hacking is already quite big thing in Ukraine, and people will come and work and choose the white side, not the dark one.
Don't go to the dark side. I like that. And you basically already
No,
answered
don't.
Brian's question. He was asking that the Hackett conference is marked for you guys as a milestone. And do you want to like clear anything up that you haven't covered already? Or what are you trying to get out of the conference? In other words, what does it mean for your company? And by the way, he really loves the company.
Uh, okay. So we have like basically it was three cybersecurity teams that merged. It was a Hackett conference team,
Okay.
Protect Master, and information security group. So we are like 6 founders, and um, we have we are located in Kiev and Kharkiv. So the Hackett Cup, Hackett conference was based in Kharkiv, but after this year we have received numerous of requests from especially from the Asia and Middle East market from our hacker friends that perhaps we can we can organize something in their region.
Okay.
So of course we are looking forward to expand, hacking globally, and most probably we will need to do some of the events there.
Okay. And basically,
But
what the
yeah,
conference?
this is,
I'm sorry.
sorry.
I want to say that the actual conference itself just provides you a one-stop place where all the white hat hackers can meet, right? That's what it provides.
Yes, yes. This is like we give back to the community. We see it's very the most important thing in our business model is to build, a community of friends. When we brought these guys from all over the world, they knew each other for a long time, and that was the first day that they met, and they were very happy, to see each other in face to face. And it was so amazing when people all over the world, and there is absolutely no politics, and we were sitting together at one table, me, Pakistani, Indian, Russian guy, and discussing on the blockchain cybersecurity. That was really great.
Okay, I love it. Now, going to the next question, Navid is asking about how will clients assess and set hack-in prices for the service that they're looking for. Is there like any standard prices that somebody picks, or who sets these prices? How does this go? So this is basically an open market, right?
Um, Actually, there are rates for every bug, so it's a preset. So everything that you do is you put the deposit on your account. It depends on the complexity of your product, and then you pay only for found bugs and vulnerabilities. So yeah, all the bugs are preset, and we are thinking that we will do it in smart contract because it's easy and it's fair, and yeah, we will organize the work like this.
Okay, so this basically makes sure that the client itself like can't get overcharged because you have a set price that's gonna make everybody happy, right?
Yes, of course. Usually there are some disputes with the client technicians, but this is the job of already of hacking in-house team to be like some kind of judge. It's
Okay.
important. Hacking house team job is to be fair. We are absolutely not interested on giving the bug the charges that are unfair. So it's a responsible job, but it's all about the reputation. So we need to be as fair as possible.
That makes a lot of sense. And Sheikh actually wants to know, Sheikh Mohammed is asking, why are you going for an ERC20 token? You don't want to have a dedicated blockchain. You want to make sure you want to use smart contracts, right?
Um, we we are designing the blockchain in our platform. It's um, uh, we ERC. Okay, let's start with this. ERC20 is just easy way to not to complicate the crowd sale process. So
Okay.
it's easy and effective rather than to create own cryptocurrency. The second thing is about the blockchain in our project. Uh, the first of all, we're going to put the results of the audit of the bug bounty that we're running into the blockchain, so that the the clients of can always show to their customers that you see like we have the report and it's we were checked, and we think this is like a proof of work when when people can get assurance that this report is not fake because it's obviously on the blockchain, is located on the blockchain. There are some ideas how we can use the blockchain as well but it's all it's all at the development stage.
Okay. Now, for the actual clients themselves, Connor is wondering, what is the biggest market you're trying to attract with HACKEN? Who are you going after?
Okay, so first of all, this crowd sale allows us not only to promote our ICO, but also we are more and more promoting our services. So we already get like 30 clients in our pipeline.
How many? 30?
And 30, and these are obviously the ICOs that we meet at the conferences. But more, I will say that our targeted clients are SME, small medium enterprises, who have rather not established cybersecurity in-house team or like quite small one. So yeah, these are priority clients. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's a very big market, and like there's like endless opportunities for clients. And if this platform does what it's supposed to be, it's gonna be huge.
Oh, we dream big. Yeah, we understand well. Yeah.
Okay. And
Whole team actually now it's 9:30, right? 9:30 p.m. Friday, and let's say 60% of my team is still working.
wow,
I
you
can
guys
show
are.
you the working process.
Oh, I actually want to see that.
Okay, guys. HACKEN!
Oh, hello guys. There you go, guys. Inside preview of the work in progress. I mean, so that's like it's very late right now, and the whole team is working hard. That's just beautiful to see.
No, not the whole one. Some of the some of them went home, but yeah.
Like most, that's pretty amazing. And speaking of your team, Sheikh is asking, who do you think will be the competitors for hacking, and do you see any?
Yeah, there are already like three bug bounty platforms, and but we don't, and they have all a different business model, and we actually don't see them as the competitors, but we see that we have to change we have to create a new market together, and so the first competitors are the traditional penetration testing companies. So, for instance, I don't know, Deloitte, that I was working 8 years there. They are providing cybersecurity services, but they, as I said, they are expensive. It takes long, and they are working with limited resources. So we are competing with them first of all.
Okay, but this
And
market
it's also
is
important. Sorry, I want to add one more thing. Oh, it's also important that these three bug bounty platforms, they're all located in United States, their head offices, and there is no such platforms in Middle East or Asia, and of course in Eastern Europe. So this is quite also a big market.
Oh, that's a big bonus. And I
Yeah.
mean, just the US market itself is so big. Like, if you were just only to go after the US market, you have so many potential clients. It's endless. So I'm not really worried about competitors. It's just such a big demand. It's just very hard to imagine any competition. It might be good, not bad. It's actually the competition is actually good because this is very much needed in the industry, right?
Yeah, it's the first like bug bounty platform actually started to work around 3 years ago. So it's very like uh, uh, very big it's very beginning of this industry.
Okay. And we were getting in right on the beginning, the first floor.
Yep.
I like that. Investors love to hear that. I'm just feeling like all warm inside hearing this. Now, Money Kicks is asking, do you have any like upcoming or ongoing partnerships you're allowed to disclose of right now?
Uh, uh, we hmm, Interesting question. Um, the, let, for example, on one of the bug bounty platforms, they have they're saying that 900 clients were run, and only 100 clients have allowed to disclose who who they are. So it's like 10% only given the permission to disclose the name. What I can say is that we do it for TAS fund.
Okay.
We do it for Smart One. It's a Swiss company. TAS fund is I think it's 80, 90 crypto at current market cap.
Oh wow, that's a pretty big one.
Yeah, it's quite good one, and we we are right now. We had the talk like pre-signed like preliminary agreement to run the bug bounty for one of the Ukrainian government agencies just an hour ago. So
Whoa.
some clients I can disclose, some so far no.
Okay, so I'm guessing this is a very hard question to answer because there is so many information you have to, because of the agreements, you're not to say right now, and I definitely understand that. But that's just a small preview for us, and thanks for answering that.
Yeah, like I said, it's only 10% of the companies like to disclose. For instance, the companies that run the bug bounty in September, they none of them allowed us to disclose, and they were actually quite big, and we found a lot of bugs inside, and we will be happy to tell the story, but they didn't want.
I understand that. I mean, that's part of the business, and bringing back to the hackers themselves. Eddie's wondering, what makes you think that the best hackers will not stay like freelancers and will prefer to join the platform? So, what are the incentives to bring the actual white hackers to this platform?
It's business. It's the job. So white hat hacker, he can earn pretty good money just and having freelance life, and this is what a lot of people do. And so what why we think that we gonna build the community, because HACKEN being a cryptocurrency and being traded on the market has the potential to grow in price. And while our hackers will receive their payment in HACKEN, they will work for the platform development, and they will attract their friends to work on this platform as well. So by having this a community that is interested in financially interested in growing us, it will it will give like global marketing through all our community members.
Yeah,
So more
and
hackers inside, more community, more clients, and bigger growth.
okay. And I remember you saying something about your location right there. There's a school nearby, right?
Yes, we're in the office here, and it's School 52. It's a French school. It's quite amazing school because it's absolutely free of charge, and you have to it's teach you um, computer science, computer engineering, cybersecurity, and you you have to study there 2.5 years. There is no lectures. Everything is online. You have to pass.
Hey, Dimitri, do you hear me? Let me just make sure that we didn't cut out right here. Okay. Guys, I'm just gonna pause this real quick, make sure I can get Dimitri back on the line. Me must have cut out, but I'll give this. I'll be back in a couple minutes. We're back, guys. Sorry for a short interruption. You were talking about the school and how it was the lectures and everything.
Yeah. So yeah, there is a limitation by age. You should be 18 to 30 years old only, and it's very big competition to get in this school. So it's about 10,000 people this year for only 400 student places. And as I said, it's free of charge, and the only rule is that after you finish the school, you have to stay and work in Ukraine for 3 years. And it's amazing that these guys also have they have uh, and they need to go and make some internship, and they're coming to us, and it's like we're all located in one place. We call it Ukrainian Kiev Silicon Valley, and we're quite happy to be here.
Okay, well, basically that's the underground capital of the silicon and all the tech companies, which is pretty cool, being that nice place. Yeah, I heard Kiev has
Yeah,
lots
yeah,
of amazing startups, and it's just a good place to be right now. And
yeah.
Dan wants to.
Please, you are very welcome to Kiev. You will love it, believe me.
Oh, I can't wait to come. I'll actually be visiting Budapest and Prague, and I'm actually gonna see and visit Kiev. I haven't seen Kiev before. I heard it's very amazing.
Yes, it is. Everybody, please, you have to visit it once in life. Believe me, if you do it once, you will come back.
Yeah. And for the guys out there, you all know why Kiev is also amazing, but let's stay on the topic. Very beautiful girls
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
it's
Women are just very beautiful in Eastern Europe. Now, going back to the topic, Dan Engler was asking just a quick clarification. The hackers they're trying to find the bugs and participate. There will be participating regardless whether the actual client is decentralized crypto based, right? So it just works for any clients. It does not have to be just cryptocurrency, right?
yes, yes.
Okay, that's very important because it
No,
just opens it up to so many possibilities.
no, of course. We say uh, that we target the crypto world and blockchain world because the speed there is so high that people just running too fast, and they need to have this cyber security issues in mind, and we provide them the solution because we really like believe in blockchain, and we really want to make a contribution to this movement.
Okay, I definitely agree. Me being a part of a couple of pretty important cryptocurrencies as well, it just things are just growing so fast. They're almost creating this vacuum in the fast expansion. And what ends up happening is, people need a supporting hand to fill all the small holes that open up because it's like a sponge. It grows so fast, but all the small holes just end up stretching really, really quickly. And you just need to make sure you have a supporting hand. And what HACKEN does ends up giving you like a peace of mind, basically like a safety net, making sure you are safe security-wise. And I actually witnessed, some hacks happen in real time on some websites, and it's pretty scary stuff.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Speaking of the hack, actual scary hacks, Connor's asking, what's the worst cyber nightmare that can happen, and how do you think you can prevent it? Just like if you can think of any example, like the worst case scenario or something.
No, the worst case scenario is uh, we have some clients who are asking us, to to restore some of the encrypted data on their computers. For instance, they got the malware that encrypted their hard drive, and on their hard drive they had all the passwords for their crypto wallets, and
Yo.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We have such requests, but yeah, it's better to store your uh, crypto wallets on the external drivers and use such well-known treasures ledgers and because otherwise it's you can lose it, you can lose all your cryptocurrency.
That's very very sad, and you're right. That is definitely a nightmare. I mean, even once something is encrypted, there is no. It's over. It's gone.
Yeah, yeah. And
And
on and you if you are a victim of such malware and you have a note on your desktop, please send bitcoins to this wallet and we will decrypt it. Don't send it. They usually do such malwares that you are not able to decrypt at all.
Oh wow. Okay, so it's already gone. They're just and the person who's drowning, that they're giving them like a last straw, and it's a lie. That's really sad.
Yeah.
And that just goes to show that there are some really bad people out there, and that's why we need platforms like this to keep the people safe from these kind of people. And that's just horrible. Now, going back to the actual token model, Moneykicks wants to know, can you explain hacking burning model and how the coins will be burned? Because that's pretty amazing.
Yeah. This is our um, uh, this idea came up of from how we were brainstorming how we can give additional incentive to our community members. Uh, Instead of the profit share scheme, which is actually quite, it will be very regulated soon. We designed this burning model principle, and in fact, this principle in the long run it gives more equity growth to investors than the share profit, because obviously in the platform development less and less coins will be on the market, so more the growth of the market will be distributed to less coins. So how it will work? All our payments in our ecosystems they are done only through HACKEN, and when we receive HACKENs as a for our services, like cost of sales, usually they're around 70%. So 70% goes to hackers, and the 30% is like our commission. It can be lower and be bigger. It depends on the complexity of the project. And this 30%, we use the rule that we always split our commission in half, and half of the commission we use for the platform development, and half we burn, eliminate from the system. So with the platform development, with more revenue we have, the more tokens we burn, so less tokens are on the market. So we create additional liquidity. We give additional liquidity to our token that the client has obviously to go to the market and buy it in order to receive the service.
Ah,
I'm saying that it's not it's not gonna be difficult, but it's just the rule, and it also gives some assurance that the coin will not drop significantly in the price, because it's just if the coin drops, we will burn very quickly a lot of coins, and the long runners will benefit even more. So this gives additional protection. That's yeah.
that's pretty nice. And I actually think the burning model is very smart. And some cryptos do it, and the ones who do it are usually have a very good long term success. And I that's just an amazing way to get the economics handled. And I think it's a correct decision on your end.
Yeah, thank you very much for this evaluation, and I really think that this model should be widespread and people should think to use it as well, because it's more, it gives more transparency to the process, instead of the buyback scheme, when investors are not sure when the buyback is going to be. So there is unpredictability on the price. While in this burning model, we will have the count of the tokens that we burn, and we will everyone will see transparently what is happening with and when is going to be the burn.
Yeah, transparency is super important, and that's a good decision also. Now, Fun Forever wants to know, I guess, a more specific question. Can white hats find vulnerabilities in any product and report it to hacking to get the reward, or do those people have to, be actual clients to have their bugs found?
I
So if
I
somebody's not, if somebody's not a client and somebody finds a bug, are they allowed to report it to the hacking platform? How will that work?
Yes, this also a lot of people are trying to not cannot say blackmail, but like send to some of the clients the message, hey, I found a bug at your website. Please send me $1,000. I will report it to you. Usually, such messages they're ignored. And yes, we want to be a filter for such messages, and we want to provide the service of like receiving on client's behalf such messages and reporting to them only for some important ones.
Okay. So to make sure that they're not actually like just fake people asking for money. Okay,
Yes,
that's
yes,
very
yes.
good.
It's yeah, because clients usually they actually they are very they just ignoring such people. They don't have time to look at everyone, and usually like let's say 70-80% of this is just I don't know,
Lies.
scammers, and
Yeah.
they are fake. So yeah, so we are ready to be this filter, and this is part of our plan for zero-day platform.
Okay, and I'm gonna actually skip a couple questions which we already answered because man, you're like answering questions before I can ask them. You're giving really good answers, and I'm trying to like find a question which you haven't already answered. And now, um, there's a question from Fun Forever again about the specific tools that you guys are building and what's the current status. Do you have anything you can share with us right now?
Um,
Like
uh,
specific tools for this platform itself, like.
no, it's um, how to say, um, the the platform looks like it's a cabinet of hacker. It's a business process of how we work with the bugs. Uh, we we really like very important for us is to be very quick in working with the bugs that they report and to send the remuneration for every bug immediately to the hackers. And it's obviously the secured cabinet of the client. So uh, so this looks like this. Uh, what we can share, like no, we have the GitHub account, but it's closed right now for the public. Uh,
Okay.
I would say that it's not so complicated in terms of the product, but it's more complicated in terms of the business model.
Okay.
So yeah, yeah. It depends on how, like, of course, it depends on the crowd sale. But as I said, we are very looking forward to create the automated scanner that will get the knowledge of all the bug hunting process that we made, and will be, that will grow in future for, the tool that can be used by everyone.
Okay. And this goes into the Justin's question. Can you mind describing a bit more the difference between traditional security testing and those security companies versus a decentralized platform like this? Is there any benefits you can list which you already haven't mentioned, or did we go over all of them already?
No, the hacker job is usually like 85% is that he is using his favorite scanners to find vulnerabilities, and 15% is his, special tricks. And like when you do penetration tests, like in a centralized company, it's only usually 2-3 guys that are using their special tricks, while the bug counting is like hundreds and or thousands, depending on the size of the project, that use their special tricks. So the chances that the bugs will be found by the bug bounty is much higher than the penetration test. So yeah,
Okay.
during the bug bounty, it's of course it's there are teams who are doing the penetration to the system, teams who are reviewing the code. So there are a lot of it's just more wider. Bug bounty is more like a very good example is the penetration test is when you um, um, give a shot, in the medicine center, like they shot you with some antibacterial stuff,
Okay.
you take a pill, and the bug bounty is like an operation when they
Oh,
cut you and to look inside, something like
it's
this.
very much more detailed. That's what you're saying. Like
Yeah,
basically, all these traditional platforms are one size fits all solution, and that's not correct. It has to be targeted with actual multiple people looking at it with their own ways. And just I see what you're saying. So basically, we are providing a bigger number of people and bigger number of eyes who are doing their own unique approaches, and the unique approaches are the ones who find the most important bugs. Okay, yeah, that's
yeah.
a good answer. And Zari was asking about your marketing. He is curious because in your space it isn't as big of a deal, but he doesn't see any funds being put towards your milestone spending. Do you plan to allocate any funds towards marketing, or is marketing being done by itself because you're already in ICO space?
We have the business model, and I think we're gonna release it very very soon to the public with the detailed analysis of every milestone,
Okay.
and obviously uh, uh, such platforms, they need a lot of proper marketing. It depends on the amount we raise, uh, where we're gonna make some sales offices, but um, yeah, it's obviously needed. Uh, what I can say is that we more focus on the product, because in cybersecurity, if you have a proper product, the marketing will be, like uh, people will talk and recommend it to their colleagues and partners.
Okay, that's a very smart approach. I like it. Yeah, there's just I see so many of these ICOs being like 80% to marketing, and it's like why are you making an ICO to just like make money for marketing and just make more hype? And this is a very different approach where it just goes mostly into the product, and the marketing is basically done by itself. I like that.
Thank you.
Now, if you want to talk about your accelerator program, Jay is asking, will there also be a future hacking university for programmers who are interested to contribute, but don't necessarily have the white hat skills necessary? So, do you want to cover like any potential future projects and how you plan to help them?
Yeah, sure. So uh, in uh, in Ukraine, cybersecurity is a big thing. We've been attacked a lot, especially last 2 years. And in Ukraine, we have a lot of volunteers, smart engineers who are designing their own defense cybersecurity systems. Uh, well known that the tech is quite ahead from defense right now, and there is a very strong need of such a defense system. And we see these guys, we know these guys, and because we're in Ukraine, it's quite kind of hard to become global. And there is two ways. Either there is some angels coming from United States or some other Western companies, and they just buy these teams and bring them to San Francisco, and they launch the company there, which actually happened already a lot of times. But we want these teams to stay here and to create them the opportunity to grow product from Ukraine. And for example, we have one absolutely amazing team, RMRF, who has designed the like so-called labyrinth cybersecurity defense program, which uh, uh, which which was used by Macron during his election campaign last year, and which allowed him to escape from the cyber attacks at the date of the elections. And
Oh.
these guys, they are our friends, and we want to help them to develop their product widely. And there are a lot of teams like this, and yeah.
Yeah, the passion behind your words is just very amazing, and it's nice that you want to keep this, all the teams, staying where they are, and you don't want to just be like used for outsourcing and be shipped somewhere else. So the way that you're dedicated towards, providing not only local support but making this a global economy, basically, is pretty cool. Now, we're gonna have to cut off the questions right now. It's already a lot of questions, and everyone, it was amazing for me to learn all these amazing answers from you, because these questions just go deeply into the product, and I just like how I actually learned a lot right now. Now, is there any questions that you remember which you really really liked, which we can nominate for the winning?
Um, I really like, the question about blockchain, because it's really very important, and I would like, to underline this question, because uh, we we want to continue, generating ideas about it, and we want, community to brainstorm with us, and like when we started the token sale, we received a lot of interesting ideas from the crowd, from the hackers uh, that have supported us. So I would like to underline this question, and yeah, to remunerate him with 300 hackens.
Let me see. Is it the one that says, why are you going for an ERC token instead of having a dedicated blockchain for hacking a common economy? Is that the question?
Yes, yes.
Okay, well, that was an easy decision. Okay, well, Sheikh Mohammed Noman, thank you for asking the question, and you officially won 300 Hacken. Now, just make sure you send either me a private message or a post in the comments of this video your address and just your Ethereum address, and we'll make sure you get these Hacken tokens delivered to you. Good job. That was a pretty deep. It was a simple question, but it got a really deep answer, which is very important. And also, congratulations to all the guys who won random giveaways of free hacking and live chat. Thank you, Dan, for helping us with this moderation of the live chat. Do you have any final words you want to say to everybody watching?
Uh, I have the final words, saying that if you're a young engineer, cybersecurity expert, we are very happy you to join our community. And if you are like product owner, please take a good care about your cybersecurity, and like what we believe in, that you protect your data, you don't own it. So like please be very careful with this.
Yes, this is the age of data, and guys, make sure your data is safe. I'm glad this platform is going to be very live and functional very, very soon, and I'm happy for having the opportunity to speak to you. Thank you for coming, Dimitri.
Thank you very much. It's an honor for me. Thank you.
Okay. Guys, thank you for coming, and I'll put a link in the description to the token sale, which is live right now.
Thank you.
See you guys. Bye.